Right. That's what I want to Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, back again. Giving no praises and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Divines to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel, right? As you know, brothers from GMS Atlanta. Back again with another lesson or stream, whatever, through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Pretty much it's going to be a various topic. You know, brothers didn't really have a set topic in mind. We're just going to flow in the spirit. You know, Lord willing, this lesson be edifying to you brothers that may tune in. You know, and then, you know, you brothers got it, man. Whatever come to mind over.
All right, come.
Brother had some, you know.
Hey, well, I got just building off the foundation of the fact that as we get closer and closer to the day of the Lord's return, that this whole folly, have fun spirit, the Most High going. He gonna strip it. He gonna literally just strip it up out of this place, man. You know, when you pulling tape off the floor, that's how the Most High gonna take that mirth spirit out of you. So I'm gonna open up with this. This is Jeremiah 7:34, and it says, "And then will I cause to cease from the city of Judah and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness and the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, for the land shall be desolate."
That links up with that Matthew 24th chapter. Because just like the brother said, we really in the but you can bring it out. But we in a time of really our people basically in that bread and circus mentality, man. Entertainment, whether watching football, basketball, these different shows and movies, all this America is just a big festival, man. Right. Full of festivities and treats, goodies. But all these things are going to be shut down, man. It's going to be a time where the strong-minded and the serious-minded is going to be the only ones to sustain. That's why it says in the prophecy too, how the men are going to be as weak as women in that day, man. Because these so-called men that masquerade themselves truly like men on Instagram and these so-called top bodybuilders, you know, those are going to be the ones that's going to crack first, man. Because why? Because they're not surrounded by the true manly essence, which is the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And we already have foresight of what's going to come to pass. Destruction, death, doom. All right, the prophecies in Ezra, the prophecies in Revelations about the Third World War, Isaiah, Babylon falling, the economic crash, martial law. So we pretty much tuned up. You know, we already tuned up in the spirit, so we already know when the things hit. So I'm like, this is what we've been prepping for any goddamn way, man. You know?
That's what we want. We want it. See, the difference between us and specifically us at Great Millstone, starting with the apostles and elders, man. Because you are the camps, you don't push this vibration. Is we want the bad times. That's right. We want the evil being ill times, man. Bad times. That's what's coming to this place in a way that's never been before, man. Like you said, Jake is more concerned where the hell LeBron James is going. Right. You know, that's what Jake's mind is at. Where LeBron going? Paul George, the BET Awards, you know, football season, college football, Power coming on tomorrow. You know, this is where the mind frame of our people are, man. But like as the scriptures say, the Most High, he gonna take all that voice of gladness, that chuckling. You know, the only people through the scriptures that's gonna be chuckling that day is the elect. Job the 5th chapter tells us that. All right, that you shall laugh at famine and destruction. Yeah. What kind of twisted mind do you gotta have to be in the midst of? There's no gladness. It's all bad times. It's death, destruction. People getting mauled by animals. Yep. You know, and you laughing. You laughing.
You see it funny.
You see it funny. Go ahead.
That's right. It's beautiful that the brother just made that statement, because it's Ecclesiastes chapter 7. That's right. I'm gonna start at verse 1.
That's right.
It says, "A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth."
Yeah. See, this world pushes out a heavy vibration of celebrating your goddamn birthday bash, my birthday weekend. All right, but the scriptures clearly cuts that. You're dead because what is a let's just say a newborn baby comes into the world. What have they accomplished?
Right.
Nothing.
What is it to celebrate?
What is it to celebrate? Okay, the celebration is not for the baby; it's for the parents, because that's an addition to them.
Right.
Okay, but your death day, right, is what? you get to look back on a man's life. That's the celebration.
Verse 2
Yeah,
says,
that's when your legacy is stamped. You know, that's why they say, you know, basically you're more famous when you die than when you actually live. You know, because when you living, that's everything revolves around you etching your life on earth, so to speak, making sure that your life is impactful for when you go, so that your legacy will still abide in the next vessel. That's what it's all about. But these people, see, their minds is twisted on this side. Really, they don't really understand the perception or how you should perceive life, how you should be on this earth. Really, our people naturally, you know, they don't really understand how they should be moving in these times, man. And everything that Esau pushes out is not for Esau per se. Of course, he's gaining a massive amount of profit, but it's all to entertain Jake or distract him from actually adhering to this truth. But you go ahead, bro.
God. Verse 2, real quick, an example of that is when Michael Jackson died. He made more money after his death than he did when he was alive.
All the XXXTentacion that just got killed a week or so ago.
She was like 500% streams.
Yeah, all of his, he broke records. The streams shot up, the album shot up, the video they released, which that video is demonic.
Yeah,
that video is real demonic. But that video was streaming, I think they were saying on average it was like 2 million views in an hour. You see? But that goes to show you where our people's minds are. Which where the scriptures is leading to, man. Our people are in the spirit of mirthfulness, gladness. You know, they want to be happy.
Right.
You know, they're not thinking, man, it's gonna get so fucked up out here, man, that people gonna be eating trash and drinking their own piss for thirst.
That's right.
Cracking their baby open to suck the blood up out of them, man. Here it is, this man, you got the fucking these pussy ass nigga men. That because they want to prove to the world that they're great daddies, them same niggas gonna be the same ones eating their children, man. You know?
That's right.
Verse 2 says, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
Right. And we mourn it. We mourn it.
That's all you wearing our sackcloth. You know? But you got men out here with the big glorious garments looking like Planet of the Apes, Star Wars.
Looking like Ric Flair.
Yeah, Ric Flair.
Certain garments take them in 14 hours to make, man.
You know?
Matching meat treat, you know.
Yeah. You know, and these are the same guys that's in that mirthful spirit, man. The same guys that had an award show, the rap videos, you know, playing around, playing games. Yeah. You know, meanwhile, you got the men of Great Millstone, man, that's really doing what the scriptures say, man.
Yeah, because really in the spirit, we in the foxholes, man. We're really in the trenches working, staying down, you know, laboring with our heads up, so to speak, because we understand that our redemption draweth nigh. You know, and we actually are waiting for salvation because we understand the condition that we're in now. We ain't in a position where we should be rejoicing. And what can a nigga get a reward for? Or award, man? Right. Here it is, we all broke. We in extreme poverty as a nation, individually. You know, we're neglected. We look down upon, as it tells you. In Lamentations, the first chapter, how all the heathens is actually laughing at us. We're a laughing stock to the world. But you got niggas that's giving away awards. This ain't the time to be awarded, man. In the kingdom of heaven, that's when the reward is going to be actually hashed out through Yahweh Shah to the men that actually accomplished everything it took to actually fall into the lot of the 144,000 and 1/3. But right now, it's work time, man. You know, same the time to be clubbing. That's what the apostles pushed that. Get the fuck up out of that club spirit, man. Everything ain't about pleasures, man. You got a lot of guys that claim they're Israelites, but really they're Epicureans, man. They just Epicurean philosophers. They like the philosophy, they like certain points of the wisdom, but when it comes to the harshness and the bitterness of the word, they jump ship. That's right. They start pedaling backwards. Nah, y'all brothers talking about suffering. I was shocked. He never spoke about suffering. You know, I heard y'all brothers speaking about the women, the glory of the kingdom. All that's correct, but I don't know about the suffering part.
Yeah, right.
You know,
he did it for us already.
Yeah, he suffered already. Just the time to live it up. It don't work like that. You want to say something, bro?
No, I was gonna say I was just thinking about the parable of the seed. When the times got tough, you know, the seed was like, oh no, they kind of withered away. They couldn't go through the suffering, like the brother said, man.
Yeah,
they too busy fucking around playing.
Hold on. Let me bring this out real quick. This is Lamentations 4 and 5, and it says, "They that did eat delicately are desolate in the streets, and and they that were brought up in scarlet embraced dunghills. I'm gonna read that again.
Yeah, you gotta read that. That's heat right there.
This is Lamentations 4 and 5, and it says, "They that did eat delicately are desolate in the street."
And who's the one that's living delicately? The so-called white man. They're living in extreme debauchery.
Yep.
You know, drinking and living off the pleasures of the world. But guess what? There's gonna be the times to come. They're gonna be desolate, and that really our people too, man.
Yeah.
Our people are in that mirth spirit. They're trying to coexist in a society that wasn't even framed for their pleasure, man.
That's right.
Pushing that equality spirit too.
Yeah, pushing that equality. You can make it. You want to say something else, bro?
Nah.
Yeah, pushing that equality. You can make it if you have the right team and you have the right mind frame.
The will can make it.
Yeah.
You can, if you believe it, you can achieve it, man. I believe you're gonna die, nigga. They that were brought up in scarlet, and like we were saying, like that's speaking about Jake, man. Here it is, Jake. We're telling our people that you are a great people. The kingdom of heaven is for you.
That's right.
The Most High is going to restore us. But you still want to be stuck on BET, lemon pepper wings, you know, Kool-Aid, you know, a limited editions. Oh, Coca-Cola's with your name on the fucking side of it.
That's all.
You know, this is what our people are into. All right, but you and it says embrace dunghills. We trying to pull you up out the shit. But you want to argue with us, and you want to stay, and you want to be mirthful and shit.
Well, they wallowing in the mire, man. That's why I tell you that in Peters. Then, because here it is, essentially, we take our people out of the pig pen, you know, try to take a lot of our people out of the pig pen. We spray these living waters on them, cleanse them, wipe them down, polish them. And what we do, when we give them the liberation to lap at living waters, what they do, they turn back, man. They turn back and jump back into that dog shit. Because what our people really, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
You know, you watch that on The Matrix with this individual, I forget his name. Cypher. Yeah, Cypher was basically said when he was eating that steak, that he understands that it is really not steak. He understood that it was basically a clone meat, so to speak. But he was like, really, ignorance is bliss. You know, it doesn't really matter at this point as long as he gets that self-fulfillment of something that he knows that doesn't truly fulfill itself.
Yeah.
It's all about the filling with our people, man. You know, trying to keep feet in that void where at the end of the day it's not leading anywhere, man. Our people just living day by day, just trying to live off the pleasures of the world till they die, man.
That's it.
But we trying to make achievements in this thing. We trying to make power moves to actually get to the higher position, which is the kingdom of heaven. All right, that's why it's known as what? A mountain. In order to actually be elevated on the mountain, you got to go through rigor, man. You have to actually go through hard things in order to be at the top of the summit. And that's what we're doing. We climbing the spiritual mountain to the top, man.
You know, like Mount Everest, a lot of people that try to climb that mountain, there's actual, they're on the way up that mountain, there's actually dead bodies that are frozen on that track. So you'll get to a place and you'll see somebody that didn't make it. That's the trail that we on. Dead bodies, men that fall out, you know, but we're trying to achieve something. Any more with Jay Kasatan? I know but it's whole stuff.
It's a little more.
Yeah.
It's Ecclesiastes 7:2. It says, "It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better."
That's right. Sorrow creates your integrity. Sorrow creates a tough-minded individual. You know, a child is in his father, always wants to be happy. But an adult, that's why you got a lot of Jake that call themselves Israelites. They want to get themselves titles and cute names. But nevertheless, they're nothing more than children in the spirit, man. Because if you can't swallow that pill of bitterness and affliction and heartache and anguish, bad times, shit not going in your way. If you can't swallow that pill, you a child.
That's right.
All right?
Yeah, that.
Our people got you go ahead.
I was gonna say that hell, that tribulation that come in, that's what separate the men
from the boys.
The men from the boys, man. You know, like Cameron said, the piss from the poodles, man. You know, you know, when that affliction, that hell come, man. You know, when the Most High, because basically, like when I say the men of Israel, like fine gold, you know, that hells what purifies you, man. So you're gonna be exposed to be Fongo or damn hay, man.
Somebody want to get First Timothy's 2 Timothy's 2 and 20.
I got one more verse.
Okay, yeah.
It says, verse 4 says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of
That's why y'all don't like us, man.
That's right.
That's why y'all don't like GMS. All right. So that's why we starting with our apostles and elders through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai by Shirah Kodash. We boast in our Heavenly Father that we have 100% truth. Because we're in the house of mourning. We don't want to fucking be here.
Right.
All right. A lot of you guys, you talk that shit, but really in the back of your mind, you want to admit it. You don't got to. All right. But you're looking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years down the line.
Yeah.
Not even on no like, man, this thing could go another 2 years because prophecy got to be fulfilled. No, you want to go another 2 years because you want to start a fucking t-shirt company.
Yeah, t-shirt company or brand or
you didn't get the car that you actually
label.
You know, in 4 years you'll probably have a certain amount of money stacked up to get the Benz, you know, stun around your metropolitan area. You know, to get the bitches of Cleveland or Chicago. Yeah. That's what a lot of niggas is looking forward to, man. They really looking forward to Babylon. Because really, Jake don't want to leave Babylon. They just want Babylon. They want the kingdom of Babylon. They want to be the kings of Babylon.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's why they don't push the prophecies, man.
Yeah.
You know, they don't push America going down, America being destroyed, destroyed by fire, famine, pestilence. Well, nah, we're not going to teach on that like that. We're just going to go into the kingdom and talk about the sisters.
Sisters.
Fucking niggas that was back in Egypt, man. They wanted to go back. Same fucking spirits, man.
All they can do is talk about Kemet and when we was in Egypt, and that's about it, man.
Take your ass to Egypt, man.
Yeah, you get your ass to Egypt and get your ass buried in some sand somewhere. Get your ass earth. Any more of that?
Yeah, it's one more little part. It says, but the heart of fools is in the house of murder.
And all we see is fools, man. And I'll be honest with you, some of the biggest fools that I see in the planet Earth know that they fucking Israelites.
Yeah.
That's some of the most foolish people on the planet Earth is Israelites, Hebrew Israelites. Niggas that know, that can pull precepts, can tell you the name is Yahweh Shai, got a Hebrew name, got fucking beautiful garments. Go to the highways and byways. Fucking fools, man. Yeah, man. Is that it on that?
Yeah. I mean, I can keep going with it.
Now we dropped that. We you know, let Brother Swing they saw it. You got something, right?
Because you know, these bad times are coming, and the day of your folly too. You know, this is Zephaniah 1. I'm gonna start at verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near, and hastily greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. Verse 15. That day.
Who the mighty men? The military.
God.
Where mighty goes into a tazon, which really goes into the strong men, the men that actually proclaim themselves as or they embody the strength of the country. And who are the ones that embody the strength? The military, so to speak. You know, your ground troopers, so to speak, your soldiers and things of that nature. Those are going to be the first ones to crack, man. And a lot of our people too. If the so-called mighty men crack, how much more these niggas in America, so to speak, these fashionista niggas, right? That's going club to club, you know,
sexy, flexy niggas.
Yeah, these
Not too sexy niggas.
Yeah, these pleasurable niggas, man. They're gonna be the first ones to fold, man, because they really like black women and men's skin, so to speak. They want the same thing to black women. A lot of these niggas be doing more than the black women out here in Atlanta in these different cities, man. Yeah. They outshop the black women.
But somebody get that in Jeremiah, was it Jeremiah 31?
So how much how you think these guys gonna be in that day? They're gonna be broken up, man. Because they're not established upon anything. See, as we do these lessons and constantly build with one another, we're establishing foundations. All right, we're breaking up old ways, we're reestablishing new ways, you know. Building each other's mind, reproving each other, rebuking each other, hardening each other's minds. All right, this thing isn't built for the soft-minded. That's why, as you gradually become grow in this truth, you become more cold-hearted, man. You know, when you first start, like me and the brothers was talking about, you know, you be on that whole spirit of, you know, we Israelites, we could deal with multiple women. You know, you get the sweetness of the scriptures. Then after a while, you're like, man, motherfuck these women, man. I'm just trying to get up out this captivity, man. I'm in prison, man. I ain't trying to get pleasure in prison. You got these niggas that be them prisoners with the TVs They cool. You know, they might know that they got a year to get out, but they'll try to stab somebody just to put 3 more years under their belt.
Yeah. I seen a post on Instagram. A nigga said, man, it's boring. Man, this summer's boring, man. I should have stayed in jail.
Yeah, I seen that too.
You see that shit? Yeah, niggas niggas was like, huh? What the fuck is wrong with you that you want to stay in jail? But you niggas in the world, y'all can't talk shit.
Yeah.
Y'all are institutionalized niggas too.
Yeah, right.
Y'all just got a little more liberty.
Really?
Biggest
Man,
thing.
them guys in jail really got it made though, because they ain't got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? They get 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to pay no fucking rent.
Got TV.
I don't blame the man if he got that saying he had it better in jail. Shit.
True.
Yeah, I seen a video. Nigga had a flash screen in his cell, man.
Yeah, they had a Zaxby's spread. Had a Zaxby's catering pack.
What the hell?
Niggas, we ain't even eating out like that.
That's crazy.
We go to Zaxby's, we go to that fucking $5 menu. Man, you nigga kicking chicken, man. We don't wings and things. Yeah, 2 nibbles. Give me a kids menu. We finish on this side.
Take off the bread and you got them save a couple cents on it.
Now, no drink water.
Water, yeah. Water with lemon.
Water with lemon. You know, we finish on this side, man.
What do you go ahead?
Is more of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
But see, that's the difference between us and you niggas, though. We acknowledge that we finished on this side.
Come.
That's why the first thing with basically breaking out is understanding you in captivity, man. How you gonna break out of something you don't even believe you in a cell? You tell these niggas, hey, bro, we in prison, man. All we gotta do is grind. You know how you be having certain people get plot together like in prison? They be like, we're gonna build this tunnel. It's gonna take 2.5 months. You know, I got the warden in my back pocket. I know he gonna give me the gear up the times and this and that. I gotta, you know, and we're gonna hit and break here. We're gonna have this checkpoint and we're gonna move out. You got certain niggas that be in that mentality, like getting out of the way. Nigga, this ain't prison. This is home to me.
Yeah.
Jake, like when I get out there, I ain't gonna be the same man I am in here.
Yeah.
I'm already made. I got certain money. I got something already set up with the commissary, so to speak.
Yeah,
That's how these niggas be thinking, man. You know, I got my SSI check coming in every month. You know, me and my girl just got broke straight. My child just turned 18, so I'm off child support. These niggas like, man, the hell with leaving this country. I'm just not making it.
Yeah.
When essentially, nigga, you ain't making it. You're really in a harsher or in a deeper pit, deeper fucking hole. You just transfer from one hole to the next hole. You know, like even same thing with prison. You might go into what's that?
Level
solitary
3.
confinement.
Level 3, level 2, level 1, solitary confinement, you know.
But Jake be thinking, okay, I ain't in level 3 no more. I'm back in level 1, so to speak. However the whole setup go. So I'm actually in a better cage. But nah, you still in the fucking cage. You're still in the cage, man. The end game is supposed to be actually getting out of the cage, which our people don't see, man.
They don't want it, man.
Yeah, the bad don't matter. You know, you still breathing in chemtrails. You still eating GMOs. You still in fucking Babylon. This shitty ass place, you know.
Yeah. And then Jake want to say this ain't Babylon. All right, nigga. When Babylon the Great goes down and you go down with it, we'll talk in the kingdom.
Yeah, that's
right.
Hey, then they gonna know a prophet happy in the bunker.
Beautiful. They say second chapter, man.
You know?
And they say that because they monkey ass want to be in Babylon, man.
They love it here,
Live
man.
it up. You know?
A lot of Israelites love America, man.
They do.
A lot of you Israelites love America, man. You ain't gonna admit it because it's an act. You and we can tell.
Yep.
Like we not, you know, see, don't just because you simple, don't look at it like we simple.
Yeah.
Jake like to gauge your simplicity to their simplicity. All right. We can see. You don't gotta say it. Because we see it. Because that's why when you listen to Men of Great Millstone, if you cut that camera on, we could be talking about herbs. A brother could be doing a lesson on how to heal parasites. But that lesson gonna tell you Esau's a goddamn devil, man.
Point to the devil.
And it's gonna get back to the fact that we gotta get the hell out of here. And Esau is the devil, and he's got this place fucked up. No matter what your lesson is, it's gonna always go back to Esau being the devil. You other camps, you don't curse out Esau.
Right.
You don't curse out Esau. You don't talk about the great destruction. You don't talk about the day of the Lord.
You don't talk about these bitches getting killed and these niggas.
Hell no.
You know?
Hell no. Matter of fact, since you said that, the Spirit brought it back. When you go to that Jeremiah 31 and 22.
I got it right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
You You got it?
Go ahead.
All right, this is Jeremiah 31:22. It says, "How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
Yeah.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man."
Yeah, see, and these women got more heart than you men, man.
Mhm.
Hey, these women. Hey, I say this: the women that are genuine followers of Great Millstone are on a higher level than you men in the other camps.
Oh, yeah, you been camps are finished.
Yeah.
Real talk.
They understand the prophecy of the ship, so to speak.
Mhm.
They can see certain things plain as day. Hey, and they stand in their lap. They stand in order.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah.
See, when the Lord did that, he fucked you men over, man. All right, these women, they got more heart. Hey, these women, when that day of trouble comes, Jacob's trouble come out here. Hey, these women gonna be fucking shit up, man.
Oh, yeah.
We always like to point and be on that the spirit. Hey, you women gonna be fucking getting raped. A lot of you men gonna be getting raped by women.
Goddamn slave. Just like during the time of slave, you gonna have that shit like that. Certain certain women in the hierarchy, so to speak, high positions, they might got a whole region of slaves under them, men working under their establishment. You see that a lot of times in these post-apocalyptic movies. That the woman will be the goddamn general that's actually heading all the shit, man. You know.
I remember in Slack, I was gonna say
Mad Max.
Mad Max is one. Hunger. Not Hunger Games.
100. Show you that.
Divergent. Was it Divergent?
Divergent. Show you that too.
Divergent, because remember the woman that was scheming, she was over the fraction.
Mm-hmm.
And she was over that fraction, and she was scheming to take over the whole shit.
Yeah.
And be women, man.
The black woman too. She was over a specific faction too. You had different factions, the Amity and Abnegation and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you had different women that was over those different houses and things of that nature. So just like the brother said, even the prophecy gonna show, you know, that a lot of women gonna be stomping on you niggas next, man. Cause you niggas is on the ground still, man. You still got that lay down and let everybody walk over your spirit. You men ain't standing up, man. And you're gonna see how easy you guys gonna get rolled over in that day. Cause you're standing up really starts now. It takes a lot to stand up. Cause we've been broken down and shattered for hundreds of years. So actually restoring ourselves and actually reliving and actually understanding what it is to be a man, which entails going to being a man of the Lord, that takes work. That's a duty. That's a full-time obligation to the point you have to take, time and time to renew yourself to the point where you really fully get it, so to speak. You dead set in it. But you guys have been bullshit for all these years, like we said earlier. You got the nature of a child in you. You got the nature of a woman in you. You got the nature of a fucking animal. You niggas is beasts, man.
God.
So it ain't gonna be the spirit like these Jakes just gonna make a full 180 and go super RoboCop.
Y'all gonna be through.
You niggas gonna be through, man.
I was watching. This was like I was watching. That show that be on Discovery, Naked. The motherfuckers Naked Survivors. It was a nigga man, and he was boasting and bragging about his hunting skills and shit. He was with an Edomite woman. Next thing you know, man, that motherfucker lost 30 pounds, and he was the gatherer, and the woman was the hunter.
Oh shit, that's cold.
He just broke down. He couldn't even handle it no more. And he had a skill. They don't put you on that show. They wouldn't put me on that show. When you watch that show, they put people on that show that have a level of skill to try them out so that they can test their skills and level up. They had that little meter on the side. And they be like, oh, now we move you from a 6.9 to a 7.3 on this scale. That motherfucker, man, he broke down, man. All he had was his little satchel, his bag, and he was in that little hut. And he had a little pouch, and that's all he was on, man. And the woman was out there gathering shit, trying to look for squirrels and shit to eat, man. He was a gatherer. You gotta appreciate it. He would keep the fire burning, nigga.
Wash the dishes, nigga.
Just clean some pots.
Yeah, man, make some juice, nigga.
She over here hunting down gazelles, damn jumping from trees.
Carrying it back and shit, man. He in there making juice.
Squeezing fruits and shit.
Fucking apron on and shit.
Yeah, trying fruits to see if they're poisonous or not.
You men are gonna be finished, man. Yeah,
Washing grapes.
This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 13. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land.
God damn.
This is Nahum 3 and 3:13. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women.
And somebody get Jeremiah 30.
God.
30 and I believe 7, man.
Okay.
All right? So keep going.
It says, I'll start from the top again.
Yeah,
Nahum
yeah.
3:13. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land shall be set wide open.
See, Esau did a number on you men, man. See how we say about women? You say we can't call these women women because the word woman, it means female servant. These women are truly just females. They're just a creature with a woman's vaginal canal and ovaries, but they're not women. Same thing with you men. You're males. You just have a rod and some testicles, but you're not a man.
Right.
Big difference.
It's a big difference, man. And you're gonna see when this place shuts down, like me and the brother Karatas I was talking this morning. You people take shit for granted. You take having lights on in your house for granted.
Yeah.
You take being able to go to your faucet and cutting the water on for granted. Having a roof over your head. You people, when the Most High shut this fucking thing down, and you gotta deal with whatever you gotta deal with, yo man, all the whole ass nigga in you is just gonna throw up whole ass nigga, man. You gonna throw up and hit the ground, and it's gonna spell whole ass nigga, man. Yeah, that's what I said. Jeremiah 30, man.
Oh, man. Why is every man hands on his lawn? Oh, yeah, that's it right there.
It's another one in was that Isaiah or Ezekiel?
Find it.
Yeah,
You can find it.
Hey,
What do you name
the scriptures speak a lot about how Jacob is going to expose the true hole in them, man. Because just like we said, these guys really, they have a shell, man. These people are living off of a masquerade. That's why it tells you in Isaiah 25:7 for brother to get that, how the Lord is going to, matter of fact, Isaiah 25:7, you go ahead with what you got.
Was there any more the one you had or not?
Yeah, just talking about that.
Yeah, finish that one off.
All right, finish off. Nahum 3:13. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land shall be set wide open unto thy enemies.
Oh, that flood, man. And we see it. See, we was riding over here. And most of the brothers in our camp, we live in close distances to each other. But it's far enough where we get to see stretches between each other. And you see like, damn, man, they setting Jake up, man. They're closing down these grocery stores. Hey, we live, you know, obviously you watching this camp, so you know we in Atlanta. We in a region of Atlanta. All right, over here on the east side of Atlanta, you know, Wesley Chapel, Candler Road, Memorial, Harrison, Panola. You know, just for people that are familiar with the area, man, it's probably maybe 3-4 grocery stores over here.
Yeah, right. And they finish. Yeah, it's not a so-called updated type of.
It's not even a good Kroger.
Oh my God, yo, I was over there in Buckhead, right? I had to use the bathroom, so I stopped at this Kroger.
Which one?
I can't remember. It was on like a Piedmont Road.
Oh, Peachtree and Piedmont by LA Fitness?
I think so.
Yeah, I know it's
Man, I walked in that motherfucker, man. This shit like a fucking super Walmart. I couldn't believe this shit. They had a bathroom on the back end. They had a bathroom on the other end. I said, man, I'm walking around this Walmart.
They got a hot the section where you get the hot deli is good. Oh, the cold deli, the things that they got in there, it's on a whole other level. Salad bar,
super Kroger.
the wine.
They had a wine taster over there.
Oh, the one over there off Glenwood. They got a wine tasting bar.
That's a shit right there.
I was like, I was walking through this, like, I was walking through that Kroger, like, I was on the phone with my reel. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm walking through a super Walmart. And we got some bullshit ass 400 goddamn square foot Kroger that we going through over
fucking
there.
food depots.
It's crazy.
IGNs and shit, man. You know? But like when the Most High, the Most High is using this devil to line you motherfuckers up, man. Right? I gotta say it like that, man. Because this devil cutting your grocery stores off. He mortified and fortifying these fucking roads. Like right here, like we basically parallel to the interstate. You know, I-20. Man, I-20, man, when on east of Atlanta, man, when you, matter of fact, really either side, east or west. Because when you get to the west side on 20, man, it's mortified over there. When you get past 285, like when you go on 20 past 285, they've been building that area up, man. You can see they're gonna be bringing these tanks in here. They're gonna be bringing these MRAPs. All right, these man, it's gonna be all kind of super big dually police pickup trucks. You be like, when the fuck y'all get this shit, man?
I seen some trucks the other day. I was riding down on 20.
See?
It was this truck carrying like different military vehicles, trucks and shit.
Trust the Lord, man.
If I can say too, and really, that's been a plan set in motion for years. Even going back to when Obama was in office, they had the Reinvestment Act. All they did was they locked their money up. So when they got Trump in office, now they pushing it out. So you see the highways being built out, being expanded, being repaid, and you even see. I saw the other day too. They were building a new rail line. It was a rail station, but then right parallel to it, they cleared all that land out to build more rails. They're building more rails to move the military vehicles, man.
Yeah, I was just up there yesterday working out there with them. You know, gun traffic and everything in this construction zone. They was putting new pavement on the road. And expanding it. Yep. Yeah. And that was all the way in Gainesville, over there, North Georgia by Tennessee.
Yeah.
And it goes all the way down.
Up 400, like that's like up 400, man.
Yeah.
See, man, this thing is set. Everything's set in motion. These roads and these roads like I-20 interstates. See, you people, because you're simple, and we going into some stuff here, man. All right, this is for a man or a woman that wants information. If you just want entertainment, this is not the place for you. It's the channel. You should hit that X at the right corner.
Yeah.
and go to World Star Hip Hop.
Type in one of these Israelite groups now.
Or type in, go to the Google, the search bar, and type in another Israelite group, okay? Pick one. You know? But here we telling you, these highways are federally owned, man. These highways, I-20, because I-20 stretches from some of these interstates, they'll take you across the country. They don't. Georgia doesn't own just stretch of 85 or 75 or 20 or 400. They don't own it. Who owns it? The federal government, man. So who's putting the money in paving it? The federal government.
They setting it up. And that's why you have, even when you look at it from bird's eye view, how all these different road systems are established. They really established these different systems for trading, of course, and so-called imports and exports, and even in times to come for shutdown, man. They tailor these different things for, okay, if shit hit the fan, we got it set up. That's why it's called the heart of the city, because you got a ring around it. You shut down those outer parts, just like 285, different, what they call them, metropolises, metropolitan areas, the mother cities. When you shut off the ins and outs of the mother city, it blocks everybody in, man. You know, and they can do that shit quick too. It ain't, it's gonna take us 4.5 days. No, they already got everything dead set, man.
And it's not just here in Atlanta, it's like all the major cities.
Everywhere.
It's like surrounded by a highway.
Dallas,
Jacksonville,
DC,
Tampa.
Hey, if I could say, like, what was that? Was that last year when the bridge collapsed, when the so-called blew up? That was a test run, man.
Until right there, 85.
85,
yeah.
Yeah, when that bridge did.
Yeah, some fucking crackheads brought down a bridge,
They
man.
were smoking crack and it just.
But then too, to build on your point about the South, when that shit happened, man, they shut that shit down in not in hours. Not in hours. They had fucking roadblocks, detours, all that shit, man.
Because what happened earlier in the day that day, you remember? If you all remember, they had I think it was a chemical threat.
Yeah.
It was a lot of shit that went on that day. Because they had already, because remember, and then we did a live stream.
Yeah,
We did a live stream that day, and we had went downtown, and you remember they didn't want nobody coming in the city and out the city. It was really martial law if you want to be technical. You know, it was just a soft run of it. So that scripture that the brothers read in Nahum, when you can shut something off, you can control what comes in. And that's what we're going into, is the fact that when Esau shut this shit down, you niggas ain't moving around.
Yeah, they got control of the valve, man. Just like, these different major cities, they'll have water cuts and all these different, which all that constitutes economics, man. Esau has full control over your water. He has full control, just like the brother said, over your bridges, what's imported in your local grocery stores, which is your agriculture, your medicine, gas. All these different things is being imported and exported through what? Federally, man. All these different countries that these different countries, different trade deals and all these things. And really, it's been a lot of tension in that area, man, federally, so to speak. And when it's problems that's happening federally, everything trickles down to the common person, man. So that's how we know when this thing shuts down, everything is shut. You shutting down, man.
You shutting down.
You
That's when the whole ass nigga and you niggas gonna come out, man.
That's right.
The whole ass nigga and you niggas gonna come out. The hoes and you hoes gonna come out.
that's coming out.
Alright, you women out here that all you good at is twerking. Oh, you gonna twerk in that day. You gonna be twerking for canned beans. You gonna be twerking for a place to stay. Twerking for to extend your life. Alright, but that's what's coming, man. When this place shuts down, everything gonna shut down, man. Which like we gonna shut down. You think they're gonna be prophesying anymore when this shit shut down?
The marketplace is gonna be closed.
The cheap place of concourse is a wrap. The grind when that grinding completely ceases, you know, we it's a wrap. And then what's gonna happen? Now it's survival mode. Now it's gonna who's the spirit with? That's it. That was it.
Yeah.
We get back in the scriptures.
Yeah, you got bring that.
And you was finished with that one, right?
I got something too.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, bring out the Jeremiah. We gonna keep it moving, man. Yeah, keep the scriptures coming, man.
Jeremiah 30, and I'm gonna start at 6.
Yep.
It says, "Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail
Go
with
to
child."
5. Go to 5, actually.
For thus, Jeremiah 30 and 5, it says, "For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace."
Oh, but we're wrong when we sell fear. Y'all fear mongers. No shit, Sherlock.
And the fear of the Lord will persuade men. Terrible battle.
Like we found when we were persuaded by that fear, our job was to persuade the elect by this fear. All right, because we know, we see it, like we live in it. Like we roll from one side, we roll from one side of Atlanta to this side of Atlanta, and what did we saw? We saw all the stores shutting down.
Probably rolled past them that 5-6 shut down Kroger's and shit.
Five or six shut down Kroger's. You know, Publix.
Toys R Us.
You know, we just speaking in shit that we just saw going from house to house. You see what I'm saying? So we see it and we know what's coming. And but we decided to put our fear in the Lord, man.
right.
You know, but nevertheless, Jacob's trouble is going to trouble us too. Tells you that in Revelation, the 2nd chapter.
Second is the 16th chapter.
Second and the 16th chapter. You know, then shall my elect be known.
That's right.
You know, my chosen shall be known.
That's right.
You know.
Verse 6, it says, "Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with a child."
Well, we already know women travail with child. Women give birth. But have you ever seen a man deal with and women act like that's their glory?
Yeah.
You know, like I can deal with a lot of pain.
Oh, well, you know, they had that episode on Family Guy with Peter Griffin, when he was saying that women being pregnant, the pain ain't that bad. And the chick was like, well, the pain is equivalent to actually taking your whole lip and wrapping it around your head. And then he ended up falling
down that tree and shit.
And then he got humble as hell, and he wanted to take care of children and all that.
And then he became basically a woman after that shit. He became a woman after that shit. I think as the same episode, he tried to breastfeed Stewie.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas gonna try to breastfeed.
Most High gonna do something ugly to you niggas, man. Most High gonna take that tough, fake spirit out of you, because it's fake.
It is fake. It's a facade.
It's a facade. This whole Jake being proud, confident, thinking that they shit don't stink, thinking that the world revolves, that they the God's gift to earth. That's all a facade, because it's not based in the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of Yahweh Shemi Awashai. So it's just a shell.
That's right.
But when the Most High crack that shell of you, and then what's in you is really revealed, the bitch nigga that's really in you, all right, the weakling that you are, the mama's boy that you are, that's all the men of our nation are.
They really little in the inside.
These niggas ain't warriors.
They just puff themselves up. Like you'll see these different guys that put injections all in their arms. They be like super goddamn Jake. But really in the inside, they weaken. They little in the inside. That's why they do all these things to seem supersized, self-inflation, man. And that's really our people. That's their mindset. That's really the essence of being proud. The reason why you're proud because you know you ain't shit. So it's a defense of your mind actually creates because you have a complex. You create like
a scenario.
A scenario like somebody that has a Napoleon complex. You understand that you're short as hell, and you belittle yourself inwardly, so you actually have to come out with a whole other persona outwardly to seem sizey, so that you can actually keep up with the stature of people around you.
That's right.
But that doesn't negate the fact that you're really little on the inside. Still, the fact of it is you're little, man. And just like you said, when the Most High puts down that exposure, when He shines that light on everybody to show the nature of who they really are, there's gonna be show of who you really is in the inside, man. You have some more?
Yeah, some more.
Yeah.
It says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins?
Like you men gonna be looking like a woman that's 9 months pregnant, man.
Water just broke.
Water just broke, man. No epidural. You gonna be looking like a woman giving a natural birth, man. All right, and that sounds crazy. We know it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
We know it sounds crazy because truthfully speaking, I can't really see a fucking man
6'5".
I can't see Shaq breaking down like a woman that's giving birth.
Niggas gonna be like Tyrese and
LeBron, you can't see it, but we know through faith it's gonna happen, and then we'll see it. Jeremiah 30:6.
That's what we're gonna say. Yeah, that's the process.
There it is.
Jeremiah 30:6 ass nigga.
A lot of that.
We laughing, man, because we know because you deserve it. That's why we're laughing, because we don't want. I don't want the Lord to pull my whole card.
Right.
Because truthfully speaking, we all got a whole card.
Yeah.
We all got a little bit of fear, of the flesh that put the spirit, that fear in you.
Yes, it is.
It's all in us.
Flesh. We all got dirt on us.
We all got dirt on us. We know we weak.
Our filthiness is as our righteousness.
Yeah,
Filthy rags. Yep. We know all that. We know that the spirit of the Lord can put a whole spirit on you.
Yeah.
He can take you from a warrior and put a faggot spirit on you. He can do that. He's the father of spirits.
Yeah.
All right, so but we know that you men out here that scoff at this, you got everything else. Everything else is more important than serving the Lord, man. You know, your children is more important. Your woman is more important. Your business is more important.
Right.
Your goddamn mama and your daddy is more important.
Right.
You know, being the next rapper.
Yeah.
You know, all that shit is more important to you. So you niggas deserve, for the most high, to say now serving whole ass nigga 1 million, man. That's how it's gonna be, man. You know?
Put niggas on a platter, man.
Oh man, you niggas gonna get
Dishing you niggas up something serious, man.
chopped and screwed up in that shit, man.
This is Sirach 9, and I'm starting 11. It says, envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end.
You can break it down, bro.
Yeah, like the scripture said, you know, we don't partake in everything that Jake and these other people out here are glorying in, you know, because we know their end. You know, they don't know what's coming for them. You know, they don't know that Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. You know, and that's why we're not participating in the folliness that the brother's speaking about. You know, because it's vain. You know, it's stupid. You know, these guys are having a debate show about polygamy. You know, like what are you? There's no edification in that. You know,
It's like all about the hoopla.
Yeah.
You know. So just like with plants, you know, you could put certain liquids on plants, but that don't make it grow. You gotta have really living waters, man. High pH water for that plant to grow. And a lot of you guys just dishing out bullshit, man. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It's not gonna edify. It doesn't equate to salvation.
Right.
It doesn't equate to deliverance. And it's not prepping your mind for the time of Jacob's trouble. So you niggas are just Israelites talking shit, man.
Yeah.
You niggas is just much in the way as a rap nigga or as a fucking drug dealer, man.
Yeah.
And when the scriptures speak about a lot of guys being moved out of the way, and who's gonna be the one that's gonna truly move you out of the way is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
You gotta.
There's one more verse. It's verse 12. It says, delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in.
And what is the ungodly? You want to say something, bro?
No, I was just shaking my head at this Christian.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what is the ungodly have pleasure in? It is this world, man. And the scripture says in 1 Timothy the 6th chapter how the fashion of this world hasteth to fade away. These different people that's trying to jump on what's trending this year, what's going to be trending the next year, what's going to be trending in the next 5 years, the next 10 years. Hey, Lord willing, the Spirit ain't going to beat it that time, man. The Lord is shutting this thing down, like we said.
Right.
And you got to be hastening today for salvation.
Yeah, that's right.
We ain't hastening to be millionaires here, to die a dog's death.
Trying to build up a 401k.
Retirement.
Retire 50.
Yeah.
Hey, still want. Hey, you still got that I want to ball out on niggas spirit.
Milwaukee, y'all shout out Milwaukee.
Yeah, you got the junkyard dog spirit of I ain't gonna lie, I gotta get that bag, man.
That's all. That's all. Like now we know about the economic collapse about to come. Right again, it's fucking bag.
You wanna get the bag, man.
That's the type of nigga take the chip.
Oh yeah.
Once that bag convert to the chip,
The bag is the check.
Hey, that's coming.
The scriptures say, labor not to be rich. You know.
That's right.
Milk scriptures, man. Milk.
Yeah, appreciate it.
He said, but remember, they shall not go unpunished until their grave.
Yeah, and it's going to be a heavy punishment that's going to be lashed out from the Most High. And why Yahweh Shai is known as the Father of spirits. Because just like the Most High is known as the power of glory, he's also the power of humbling, man. And a lot of you niggas got a proud spirit. You got self-inflation, self-exaltation. And the Lord is going to bust you niggas bubble. When he busts this economy's bubble wide open, whether the housing and the marketing, all these different things bust open, you niggas gonna bust open with it, man.
Yeah.
Cause you niggas is really generic branded. You're off. You're tacky in the spirit.
Yeah.
But you're trying to act like you really naturally
On the level.
on a level. You know these guys that be super. How you people out these Israelites is how they dress code, man.
Yeah.
These guys be seeming like they came straight out the time of David, man. Period.
All kind of raps and shit, man.
Why?
Up in here.
If Jake had the money, Jake would have a sheep on the highways and byways on the side. Staff and the
White horse.
Yeah, horse.
Yeah,
Chariot in the background.
had fucking arm races and goddamn shields and
Yeah,
shit.
hit it, and it's all kind of do a ching and all kind of sparks and shit coming off of it, man. Jake act like they just got here yesterday from Egypt.
Yeah, that's like
They literally, their hometown is in the Middle East. Like nigga, use a nigga from Columbus, Ohio, man.
Stop playing around.
Stop playing around.
Jake is full of shenanigans and gimmicks.
gimmicks and malarkey.
And I ain't gonna say his name, but our ex-leader, all right, you read between the lines, he had that spirit on him.
Yeah.
Like, where you from heaven? Nigga, you are from slavery, man. All right?
Yo, black ass from Cornwall, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Brooklyn, New York.
Jake like to put on this facade, man. You ain't. Hey, what did old girl say on Friday? You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie, Craig.
Right.
All right, you don't gotta lie, man. Just accept the truth, man. The scriptures say that ye shall know the truth and it shall set you free, man. That's what we dealing with. We talk about our finishedness, our lowness. Why? Because that's us crying out to the Lord. You think the Lord is happy seeing his servants low?
Right.
No. So you know what? Now that I know that the Lord don't like to see his servants low, I'm gonna continue to tell him that I'm low. I'm gonna tell you, you don't like see. He tell you in Ecclesiastes too.
Yeah.
He said hates to see a what does it say? It's like roughly paraphrase. You ain't gotta get it, but he hates to see a man of war that is poor. Oh, that's one. That's one too, right there. Yeah, a man of war that is impoverished. You know, and we're at war.
Yep. Said he's seen servants on horses.
Yep, sir.
Ecclesiastes 10.
Yeah, and basically the rich sitting in a low place. Because really we inherently supposed to actually have these riches, but we don't have it because we're in captivity right now. We have limited access. Really, we have no access. It ain't access denied, man.
Yeah.
You try to get somewhere in the society, everything is naturally weaponized against you.
Jacob bring his sheep again.
So in turn, what's our natural spirit? All right, we're gonna go with the spirit that's for us, which is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This is the only sword that you can have that's actually fighting with you on the battlefield.
That's right.
Not no women. That's why the scriptures not this money. The scriptures speak about don't lay up your treasures on earth where moth and rust doth corrupt, man.
That's right.
These things of the world, you lose those things quick. As quick as you could gain them, as quick as you actually on the top, is as quick as you fall and hit rock bottom, man. And these people, you know, when you in a good estate, so to speak, it tells you that also in Sirach, how people praise your words, they exalt it to the clouds. But when you fall and you a poor man, people be like, who the fuck is this guy, man?
And he's looking for you to trip up.
Looking for you to trip up, to mock your words. So it's like, really, the hell with this place, the hell with the status quo, the hell with the riches of this place, the hell with this Babylonian juice. We trying to fight for the kingdom of heaven, man. But you all got some more?
No, that was
I had a quick precept because and really trying to have that whole stunting big boy, I'm the shit spirit, man. That's really a foolish mentality, man. Proverbs 9:6. Forsake the foolish and live and go in the way of understanding. So like I was saying, like we were saying earlier, brothers going into trying to really paint the picture of you being a big bad Israelite, so to speak. You got it all under control. You don't have it under control, man. Just like brother was saying earlier, in a split second, how about you know, I can take the spirit off of you, man, and you'll be a bugged out nigga out here. And really, and going in the way of understand that we what? That we finished, man. That we finished, and we gotta consistently work and cry out to the Heavenly Father. How about you? How about try to save us from this captivity?
That's right.
That's actually embrace. That's actually embracing and walking in a level of understanding. Be like, man, we ain't got shit, man, and we ain't gonna never have shit until the Lord and Savior return.
Nah, man, you can't talk like that, man. Yeah, man, I can. That's the house of mourning.
That's right. That's the reality of it.
That's the reality of it.
It's like a fantasy world, man.
And that's Babylon, man. That's America. That's why it's known as what, a city of confusion. And it's also a city of illusion, man. Because you guys just believe in any fucking thing. You guys are really in fairyland, man. All this bullshit that you watch on TV, you think that that's the real world that you're actually living in. But this whole thing, like we said earlier, it's a giant facade, man. You sick as hell, your body's malnourished. Your woman is a whore, that's not your woman. She been slept, she been laid down with multiple men, so to speak. You know, like I said, you sick, your family is jacked up, you in a cursed estate. The
state that you live in owns your child.
Yep, owns the child, owns you. Yep, you're paying an immense amount of taxes, and you put in hella work. And it tells you that also too. You sow in much and you bring in little, man. And all the income that is really outcome, because you ain't nothing is coming in these times, man. Your saving account is cursed. What does the average so-called black and Latino saving account look like? Like shit, man.
It's in the red. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist, man. Because really, you know, they'll push that banking spirit. Oh, if you keep this amount of money in a saving account, after 5 years or 10 years, it'll lapse.
You make $5.
Yeah. Shit don't fucking work. Man, you have to be in the negatives on the fucking
man, you be making so many transfers for your
overdraft fees and shit.
Damn. Let me just credit 2 days. I try to put the money back in before it come.
Money be gone before you even get it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the scriptures speak about that. Riches that take a wing. Fly away, man. All right? That's just the reality of it, man.
That's right.
But if you in the right spirit, you just gonna say, fuck it, man. Like, fuck it, I don't care about it. All right? Because it ain't real anyway.
It don't even exist, man. This place really doesn't even exist. The word exists. Goes back to Yahweh, which is breath. He exists, which is spirit. This place, the spirit of this place is dead, man.
Right.
This place doesn't have no true essence. Going back to the Matrix, the food that they ate, it truly wasn't living. It wasn't organic. You know, the women that they were dealing with, like the woman in the red dress, that really wasn't an organic woman, so to speak. This is like a so-called simulation, man.
Sims game, man.
Yeah, it's a fucking Sims game.
It's fucking Truman Show, man.
Fucking episode of Black Mirror.
What did that? Did that?
No.
Come on. Anybody else got something?
Yeah, I
got something too.
Okay, this is Sirach 11, and I'll start at 24. Yeah, I'll start at 24. Again, say not, I have enough and possess many things. And what evil shall I have hereafter? In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction.
Yeah, all you K Michelle's, you Nicki Minaj's, you Migos, you Gucci's, all right, you LeBron James,
Those top niggers.
Jay-Z, all right, Will Smith, Will Smith be all on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Will Smith is in heaven. Will Smith is like the top Israelite in the world right now. Like, on the,
rapping and riding jet skis.
riding jet skis and just
all type of shit.
dropping philosophical things.
Yeah. Motivation.
Yeah.
Just in his glory.
Yeah.
All right, but in that day, Will Smith, hey, unless the Most High have mercy on him,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? The Most High might have mercy on him, but more than likely not. But I just gotta throw that out there for the sake of
right.
you know, it's not. I can't make a call like that. But the fact of it all is, you gonna see. You might actually see a bitch like Kate Michelle
Right.
out here in the streets, like in that day, like, oh shit,
Once you want.
and want you.
Yeah.
Take me. Like, nah, bitch. 3 weeks ago, you was just lusting after that ass.
Yeah.
You know?
Because the market is going to change up, man. That's why I say the Lord is going to put the woman in the lowest state in Isaiah the 3rd chapter. It speaks about how a man is going to be worth more than the
Fine gold.
Precious
fine gold, even the gold. That's us, man. Because we really worthless. We look like we so-called the rubble of the society, dirty niggas.
Yeah.
But guess what? And as this thing transfers, the transfer of riches is established, we're going to be a part of that. Really, the riches start with the spirit of things. Man.
This is new currency.
That's right.
And you niggas is all on this Bitcoin and Litecoin and cryptocurrency and all that shit. This is the
That's
cryptocurrency.
cryptocurrency, right?
We've invested all of us into it. See, with Bitcoins and all that bullshit, only thing you can invest in it is another currency. You only put like $100 in Bitcoins. We put our life into this. You can't put your life into Bitcoins. But we've invested literally all of us into this. There is nothing,
All our eggs in one.
I don't have nothing else, I don't got nothing else to invest in a sense. All I can do is just increase on my investment.
Yeah.
But I can't, what else I can say? I can't sell shit off. And this brother across the way, he attacked Big Few of these brothers. They done help me move. I ain't got shit. Shit, I got more broken TVs than working TVs. Literally, okay? Alright?
Hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. I don't have no shame when it comes to the things that you people glorify.
Yeah, that's right.
I have shame in the things that the Most High glorifies in, okay?
That's right. Just like the brother said, that word invest. In is in, of course, but vest is your vestry, which is your bosom, man. We hold this truth near and dear unto us, and we understand that it's going to be a time where when this whole thing drops and hits rock bottom, that this is going to, which it is now, but these people don't see it, but this is going to be the most valuable thing that everybody's going to covet, man. Mm-hmm. That's why when major catastrophes, disasters, all these different calamities actually hit these different countries, what spikes? Bible sales, you know? Bible sales shoot through the roof. You know, overbearing percentages of purchases of the Bible, people actually try to get, man. Mm-hmm. You know, but when these different people are in prosperity, they disregard this word. They disregard the truth, which until makes them disregard the men that's actually teaching the truth, because they're going off of the fashion of the world. You know?
If I can make a point too.
No, you go ahead.
You know, because these people out here are really finished, man. You know, that's why the Lord give us the scriptures and have us at the lowest state so we can be ready for that, for those times come. You know, brothers may go damn near a whole day without eating nothing. You know what I'm saying? Power be off. You know what I'm saying? Just finish, you know, so we can endure it, man. These people are living it up, man.
You Starbucks happy hour frappuccino drinking motherfuckers, you're not gonna make it, man.
Atlanta outside eating at the most expensive restaurants, having picnics at the park.
And
yeah,
shit.
man, these people they comfortable. You know what I mean? The brother was speaking on it earlier, man. These people have no clue on the atrocities that's coming to Babylon.
The Lord gonna take that sheet from up under them, man. Because they in the comfort, you know, they wallowing in the covers of Babylon. Most I'm gonna strip that sheet from you niggas, man. Show you how naked you really are.
Yeah.
Here it is. This is the time of clothing right now. This is the time you should be sheltering, prepping, so to speak, through the spirit, getting your shelter, elevating yourself for the time to be coming. But our people don't believe in this, man.
God,
they gonna believe it when they see it, just like all things. Hey, in the spirit, you had prophets prophesying, such as Yahweh shot at 70 AD. It was gonna be a big famine. Niggas didn't believe it till it came. Hey, in the spirit, Deuteronomy 28 and 68 about Jake falling in captivity. Jake didn't believe that.
Yeah.
Slavery came to pass. Niggas believed it when they seen it.
They didn't believe
No.
Noah until they answered
Yeah.
Cameron.
They didn't believe Noah until they was goddamn. The water was on their waist and they was beating at them the ark.
That big ass, that raindrop was probably the size of one of them cups, man. It hit the top of a nigga's tater and it was over.
Hey, hit his head, he about to fell over.
A nigga probably died from that first raindrop. Raindrop just cracked his chrome.
That water probably weighed like what? That bottle of water probably weighed about a pound and a half falling from the sky. That's gonna take somebody's head off.
Yeah, it's crack potatoes.
And that's how I said he opened up the windows of heaven,
He
man.
opened them things wide open.
Angels up there. This nigga got hit and died. I'm telling you, hey, I believe through the spirit, the nigga probably died from that first rain. That was probably crucial, man. They was like, oh shit. I'm just joking. Cause nigga, you know, men will take. That's not he said that's doctrine.
You gotta have fun with this thing.
Right, right. You gotta have fun. I can see a nigga just a raindrop hitting that top and the shit just got real. Cause it didn't rain back then. Imagine you never seen rain.
Top of that tape.
Just looking around like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They probably looking for Noah, like, where the hell Noah at? He was
He was probably like, the fuck is
Yeah.
dodging and shit.
Burning
What was that
shit.
movie, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, when they was goddamn dodging through the grass and they was dodging the raindrops and shit.
Yeah, see, in our eyes, we think of a raindrop tank.
The raindrop through the fucking.
Them raindrops would have been inside of this table, man.
Yeah.
You see one big, this is like a bomb coming down, man.
Just like how the hailstones drop from the heavens, man. A lot of them hailstones be hitting cars and fucking shit up, denting it up.
Yeah, it be the size of, it be like this big.
Yeah, some cars you can't even drive after, depending on the intensity of the hailstorm.
Damage done to it.
The damage done to it. Yeah, trash the car.
This is coming from all the way up there, all that force.
Hell yeah, man.
Knocking nigga out.
Hell yeah, but you know, that's what's coming. And just like back then, like with Noah, Jay didn't believe. Here it is, you got a man physically building this ark.
Right.
You would think to yourself, like, curiosity, be like, what the fuck is he doing? Man, what the fuck does he know that I don't know?
Right.
Why is he spending his time building this big ass ship?
Yeah.
And it probably wasn't, and you know what's so heavy about Noah's Ark? It's probably wasn't even about no real water. Think about it. Typically, if you build a boat, you're gonna have it close enough to the water so it can get pushed into the water, so to speak. You can slide it. It probably was in the middle of a dry land. It's like, why the fuck is he building this big boat nowhere near water?
Can't even push it nowhere.
Can't push it nowhere. It's just there. And it's a reason why.
And in the spirit, and one thing about that ark was very intricate, man.
Yeah.
It had all kind of different, which the scriptures do go into the layout of the ark. You know, it's very, very detailed how that ark was built. It was built to a certain breadth and width, so to speak. And it had certain chambers, depending on the different animals, different quarters, because it wasn't just like one big ass open ark, and everybody, all the animals, crocodiles laying on top of elephants and shit. No, it wasn't like that, man. It was way more intricate and complex.
It was in order.
Yeah, because the Most High gave Noah that layout. So that's how we know that we living in the same times. Because as complex as the ark was for Noah and his house to dwell in, it's the same thing now, man. And this is the time where this ark is closing, man.
That's right.
All right, the scripture speak about where the Lord is going to close up the ruins, so to speak. Close up the breaches. The breaches of the house of David is closing. Because when the 144,000 and the 1/3 is sealed, Revelation the 7th chapter, the winds is going to be unleashed from the heavens or the angels, and that's when the immense amount of destruction is going to fall upon this land, man.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to the scripture 25 in Sirach 11, in the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction.
And you know, it was the same thing since we talking about Noah. People, when they read the book of Genesis, they just think everybody was as barbaric as all hell. Nah, it was just like it is now. All right, people had work, people had businesses.
Matthew 24, the days of Noah.
Yeah, and in the days of Noah. So people had riches back then, but you know when them drops came.
Yeah.
Hey, you think the guy that was selling dough, selling bread to selling different types of flat breads or whatever the case may be to the sons of men or whoever they were selling it to, you think that he was thinking about his riches at that point? His ass should have seen him. You just think about the stupidity of people, man. Like, at one point, and you know, the Most High is a long-suffering and mercies, man. So Jay could have got it right back then up until the point where the last animal walked onto the ark. niggas still don't want to get right.
Yep. Same thing with Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, and the Most High had always, before a major amount of destruction comes upon the land, the Lord allows prophets to forewarn Jacob. You know, pouring their heart out to Israel. Jeremiah, Isaiah, them men poured their heart out, man. They were very compassionate. But the Lord had to tell them, hey man, chill, man. Don't even deal with these niggas. Don't pray for these niggas or nothing. He was praying for them like, man, Lord, you know, get Jake right. Jake just in a messed up state, in captivity, so to speak. The Lord was like, nah, it's different. It's bigger than that. These niggas is rebellious, so to speak. Yeah. They in captivity because they were stiff-necked and hard-headed, man. Isaiah the 1st chapter.
That's what he was telling Ezra. You know, 2nd Ezra the 1st chapter.
See?
You know?
See? Yeah. You told Jeremiah that twice. Pray not for these people, man. Okay. Any more with you?
Yeah, just
We can wrap it up in a couple more scriptures.
We're doing one of them old school elder lessons, man. 6 hour long session.
7.5 hours.
Then fall asleep, wake back up. Keep going, man.
And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity. For it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. Verse 27, the affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure.
Ooh, 1 hour. And that lines up with Revelation was it 17? Revelation 18?
Oh, yeah, the 1 hour.
1 hour.
18, yeah.
You see? But just on a low level, all right? When the Most High bring that judgment on this place, when the Most High start killing off your family members, start killing your children, kill your woman, make you lose a leg, make you be stuck, you're not gonna think about that big body Benz in the garage.
What you had, yeah.
You're not gonna think about them trips you took to Dubai,
Women you popped,
all the hundreds of women that you popped, had begging.
the drugs you took.
You're not gonna think about none of that shit, man. You know?
Yeah, the exotic dishes that you ate in fucking Europe. And you ain't even gonna remember that because when it's so much chaos and so much havoc, anarchy laid out in the streets, it's gonna spaz you out, man. But just like we said, right now we in the spirit of being militant, being mission focused, understanding when all this shit, all this hell is gonna actually be in our face, we're gonna know how to move through it, man, like troops. You know, you watch these different military movies, you'll see bullets being let off, buildings being blown up, all kind of havoc, women screaming, getting raped, children getting killed and shot down. You know, sometimes children actually killing people and things of that nature. But you see them troops, a lot of troops be calm and collect, man. Why? Because they understood and they signed up for that war. So it's the same thing now. Right? And the last verse, finishing that verse, but it says, the affliction of an hour maketh the man forget pleasure, and in his end his deed shall be discovered.
Ooh. Yeah, so all that wicked shit you was out there doing, you gonna be exposed. Because you're gonna be judged for it.
Yeah, that's right.
That Lord dropped that gavel, man. It's not gonna be something pretty.
Yeah. Matthew 12:36. Every idle word you shall give an account thereof, man.
They had Thor hammer drop on
Yeah, and Thor hammer rocking the earth. Oh, the scripture says son straight to and fro.
Yep.
Lord gonna drop that hammer, and the elect ain't gonna feel it. Cause what? We already repenting. We already cleaning up our foolish ways and our past sins. We already went to the Lord and self-acknowledged where we fell short of, and actually acknowledging that we need a Savior to get the hell up out of this place, man. That's right. It tells you that Sirach, the 2nd chapter, has the Lord ever confounded the ones that actually trusted in Him? We trusted the Lord is going to deliver us from this hell. We trusted in the time of Jacob's trouble when all these different people are bugged out and don't have nowhere to no spirit to guide and lead them. We're going to be guided and leaded in that day, pursuant to what the Lord said in the book, man. Right. And the Lord has to, by the covenant and by agreement, He has to actually uphold His word.
He has to.
That's right.
His word, He holds His word above Himself, so to speak. All right? Because what they say about a man, you are your word. You know, you as strong as your word. Your word is bond, so to speak.
That's right.
But Scarface said, I have nothing but my word and my balls, and I don't break them from no one. Same thing with the Most High. The Most High don't break His word, man.
That's right.
Don't backbite from what He already
Breaking
told.
vows. That's not
Especially for no fucking niggas that want to come at the last very end and change up some shit. Like the Lord just gonna go, oh yeah, well, you know, made this promise with them thousands of years ago. But because y'all have a problem with certain situations, I'm gonna change up the whole thing for the last minute. And forsake all the work that's been done for the past. Man, fuck no. Not for no dirty ass, grimy ass niggas.
That's right.
Fuck y'all, man.
That's right.
That's right.
And that's how we started the lesson off too before the camera went on, man. That's how we got fuck y'all, man.
That's right.
You know,
Having an extra.
Bonus content.
Behind the scenes.
It's like I just had to get that.
Nah, that's cool. That was a spirit. That's a spirit, man.
yeah, sometimes you just got to curse niggas out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's a serious we talking
Yeah,
about,
that's right,
man.
man.
You know, we trying to solidify our position on this art. And we trying to gather the people in. Noah wanted people on that. If Noah wouldn't have went out and prophesied to get people to come on that ark, if he just had like a man, fuck them niggas spirit, man.
Right. He wouldn't have did from the jump, man.
Right.
And for the space of 100 years, man. He was 100 years consistently teaching, breaking the scriptures down, saying what the Lord told him through the vision, making the vision plain unto the people. People like, man, this old nigga. You know how Jake be talking, just extremely disrespectful. This old nigga bugged out, man. You know, and sure enough, the prophecy came to pass. Somebody got that in Matthew 24?
Yeah.
It's time to go Noah.
Yeah, it's Matthew 24 and I'm gonna start at verse 36. It says, Matthew 24 and 36, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of the heaven, but my Father only.
Yeah, and that gives Jake an excuse to be like, all right, how do we know the Lord is not gonna come back in 3045 BC, AD, so to speak? We got a lot of time to fuck around, man.
Hey, well, like the brother just said, you know, fuck you niggas, man. Alright? Because according to these niggas, we haven't even experienced the second woe.
Wow.
Right.
So when you say shit like that, we gotta wait for a whole woe to come.
You set us back about
Two woes to be fulfilled.
We got 2 woes to wait for. We gotta wait for the second woe to pass, and then we gotta wait for the third woe to pass. So that means we're not in the time of Revelation 17, we're not in the time of Revelation 18. That's what they're saying. So yeah, spiritually, they're basically saying, yeah, well, we got till 3031.
You ain't gonna live till then anyway.
That's crazy.
But that's what Jake don't see. They don't want to actually be here when Yahweh Shah return.
Yeah.
Because Yahweh Shah gonna catch a lot of niggas with their pants down, man.
Well, do the math then. He said the 3rd and the 4th generation. Your ass will be right back here when the Lord come anyway.
Jake gonna be like, Jake will be simple, but it ain't now though. That's a fucking nigga. Hey,
That's
see,
nigga mentality.
Spirit gotta have getting on a rebuke session for niggas. Cause niggas, the psychology of niggas is just filthy, man. You ain't trying to get out of slavery. Just like when slavery first started, when niggas first got there, of course, you know, Jake was actually aggressively trying to get out of captivity. But time passed, Jake was like, shit, this plantation shit ain't that bad, you know? Yeah.
Like the story of Catcher Freeman on the boom guy. He drinking watermelon margaritas and shit. What you trying to fuck this up, man? We got a good thing right here.
That's Jake.
That's